Hello, Internet. This is Handsome Dan, and we are back playing Mini Metro. And if you watched the last video we did on this, you saw at the end we discovered that of the various maps you can play on, many of which I've never played on, but on many of the maps, and I think maybe this Chicago one, nope, there isn't one. Many of the maps have this turn down corner that I just noticed at the end of the last video. I've never seen it before. But if I hit that turn down corner, there is an old-timey option. And I've never seen that before, so we're going to give that a try. Wait, maybe I have. Interesting. I have a high score on this. I don't remember ever seeing this before. But we're going to play it. Maybe it'll look familiar to me after we see it. It doesn't. Works the same way. Each of these represents a subway station. The rectangles are cars, and these little symbols that show up next to the stations, those are passengers. And you saw there's a triangle passenger there. That means that passenger wants to go to a station that's a triangle. And every time one of those passengers gets dropped off, like that circle's going to get dropped off, over here we get a point. New stations pop up from time to time. You do need to connect those to your system. You always start with 3 lines here, the red, the green, and the pink. Usually when I play the New York map, I need to, I end up with a line down each side of Manhattan. It's the only reason I made the pink line so weird. And I'll probably reroute the red line down the east side of Manhattan. Unlike a real train map, it's not a big deal to move tracks around. You know, if that were a real subway and I decided I wanted to route the underground subway that way, it would be a big deal to dig a new tunnel or bridge. In this game, it looks like they're bridges. And there's no money in the game. You can do the map however you'd like, but you do have a minimum, a maximum number of some. I'm only connect. That's another temporary connect. Let's do this. That'll connect both lines. You do have a limited number of supplies. Like I'm using up all the train cars that I'm allowed to have. I'm using up all the lines I'm allowed to have, and I only have 2 more bridges. But at the end of every Sunday, you get another train card that you could add anywhere you want, and it's about to be the end of Sunday. You get another train card that you could add anywhere you want, and an option of a couple of other choices. Line lets us start another line. Normally when I play in New York, I end up with at least 2 east-west lines. And like I said, 1 down each side of Manhattan and at least 1 on Long Island over here. So even though, yeah, I think we're going to take another line, although I don't have a particular plan for it yet. Train can hold 6 passengers. I think we're about to see this one get pretty full up. Yeah, it's holding 6 passengers. Quick pause. Unpause. That was not a bio break. I mean, I guess it was. I was refilling my coffee. But I didn't want to leave the game running while I was refilling my coffee. And here's a good opportunity to use the blue line. Now, on every other map except New York, I actually don't like to design my maps this way. I like to design them radially from wherever the square is, because there's a lot of square passengers. In my mind, there's nowhere in like the documentations that it says this, but in my mind, the square is downtown, circle is residential, triangle is commercial, and then there's some other symbols that show up that are more or less unique. Like there's a football symbol, and I assume that that's a sports stadium. There's a plus symbol that I assume is a hospital. This would be a good opportunity for a second east-west line. But I'll do this for now because the blue is already a pretty short line. And somebody responded to one of my Facebook things. That was that Bing. Really should turn notifications off on that when I'm making these videos, but I haven't. I wonder if this... Typically when I play the normal New York map, whatever this island is, and there's a name for it, but that I don't know. Is that just the part of the Bronx? Anyway, stations don't come up there till you're near the end of the game, or end of the level. Bridges are another line. I'm going to do bridges that may end up being a mistake, because I do kind of want to do this line. And that does free up a second train car for us. And I'm going to use it because the green line is filling up. These may not stay connected. There isn't really a scroll because it zooms the map out slowly as you play. I was talking with somebody earlier today, and I made the joke that as often during these videos as I get up to refill my coffee, maybe I should be sponsored by Folgers. And I was kind of joking, but hey, if you know somebody. Whether you do or not, though, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe if you enjoy these sorts of videos. Whatever ads you watched when you started this video, I didn't get a cut of that because I don't have very many subscribers. So your subscription, even if you don't plan to watch one of these videos, more of these videos, would help me reach a point where all of that money doesn't go directly to YouTube. Sort of want another train here. The red is not a very efficient line because it's all circles and rectangles. I'm going to turn him around right away and put a carriage on that. That should get there in time. Oh, this is really not going to be good. All right, let's do that. Okay, now you see this timer going down. If that timer had got all the way up to the end, that would have been it for the game. Now this timer's going up. I have 2 green trains on the track, I think. I remember putting, oh yeah, there's one. And that should get there in time to help that out. I don't like that. Let's take this off the green line, put it up here. That's not ideal for the blue line, but until I get another line. Oh, wait, I have another train. That actually should help this station because the red train doesn't have to drop all its triangles off here. I really want a line across here. Where is the pie piece station? Oh, right down here. Okay. Sunday, we're going to get a choice. Hopefully, one of them is a line. My coffee's at just the wrong temperature. Still a little bit too hot to drink, and not hot enough to just sip. Good, we get another line. I'm going to pause. If you heard that, that was my phone saying, hey, I have an email. Orange. Oh, nuts. I didn't want pink. I didn't want this all to be pink. And I want to connect this to the square and not to the circle. Probably want a line up here too. I only have one tunnel, or one new tunnel. I could actually replace both of these tunnels with a line at the top. Oh, I think I have to do that. I wasn't sure how I was going to do this bay, and I don't know the name of this bay. Or is it a lake? You know, and I'm making the assumption that this is even Manhattan. The other map has Manhattan quite a bit longer to the north and south. I've only been to New York City once. That was about, 15 years ago, maybe. Whenever was the last year of Old Yankee Stadium. Got a couple tickets. My dad and I went out there to see our team. We're from Detroit to see them beat the Yankees. And my dad has when he was growing up, the league was a lot smaller, and so they played each of the other teams a lot more often. So he has memories of the Tigers always losing to the Yankees. You know, there's a play about the damn Yankees, and that describes my father's experience of being a Detroit fan. That was a good fill up, empty out that station. All triangles, 12 triangles being dumped right here. I feel like that needs to go on this line, even though it makes this track unwieldy. Okay. Now the square's only on the yellow line. So that it's not 3 circles in a row. feel like we're going to have to add a train to, at least one train to the yellow line. Or a carriage. There's no triangles on the yellow line, which could be bad. Suppose we could do this. Oh, that's interesting. It picked up all these triangles. It's going to drop them off here. For the green to pick up. Now let's go back to here. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's reasonable. Let's connect both of these. See, now the alternative is, let's say you're here and you wanted to get to the diamond, you would have had to change trains a couple of times to get out there. You're allowed to connect a route so that it's a circle, and in some ways that's actually a really good thing to do. Now, I should just extend that as far as the lines. On the other hand, having a circle in the middle of all of these not circles might be useful. So what if... we did that. This is going to be a problem. It's Sunday. If we get another train, it's going right there. Well, we are getting another train. Add an interchange. I'm going to take the line, but I'm not going to use the line yet. I don't like this as a permanent solution either. Boy, we may not even get to 1,000. I have so many things popping up that I'm not able to take care of. What was the record that showed up before? It was like 975? Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a fantasy, I think. I was hoping we could get that other yellow car and drop it off here. I guess not. So 938. We didn't even beat the record that I don't even remember getting of 974. But that is going to be it for this video. Another short one. If you did like this video, please like it. Please subscribe to the channel. And we'll bring you more along these lines, different games that I think you might enjoy taking a look at. Until then, I'm Handsome Dan. Have a good night, Internet. We'll see you next time.